Hi everyone, my name is Chloe, and I bet you've always wondered what it'd be like to own an exotic pet. Well, today I'm going to educate you about chameleons, including things like where they're from and how they change colors. Then we're going to meet with a special guest who will introduce his cute chameleon and give us a rundown of what it's like to own one. So, without further ado, let's take a trip to Madagascar and learn more about chameleons. Madagascar is a beautiful island country located in the Indian Ocean, and it's known for many amazing things, including its lemurs, snakes, and many, many more. One particular thing that is extremely interesting that Madagascar is known for is the chameleons. Madagascar is home to about half of the 150 species of chameleons on the entire planet. Madagascar's native chameleons are physically isolated from the rest of the world's chameleon population, and this just means that they have evolved independently from other species. Chameleons are most well known for their ability to change colors, and they don't change colors for the reasons you might think. Most chameleons don't actually change colors just to camouflage. Scientists have found that the chameleons have two superimposed thick layers of iridophore cells, which are just iridescent cells that have pigment and reflect light. The iridophore cells contain nanocrystals of different sizes, shapes, and organizations, which are key to the chameleon's dramatic color shifts. Lighter colors are used to reflect the sun if they're too hot, and these lighter colors appear when the iridophores are excited. Darker colors indicate that they are trying to warm up and absorb some sun's rays, and these darker colors appear when the iridophores are relaxed. They can also change colors when they are trying to communicate with each other. Now, do you ever wonder what it'd be like to own a chameleon as a pet? Well, look no further. We have amateur specialist John Broom here to answer some questions about what it's like to own a chameleon as a household pet. Thanks for joining us, John. First, I'd like you to introduce yourself, and then I'll get on with the questions.
I'm John Broom. I'm a junior at the University of Washington, and I guess I have a love for reptiles.
Thanks, John Broom. So, what is your chameleon's name?
Poncho.
Do you know where your chameleon is from?
Yeah, this breed specifically is from Yemen and some South Florida areas.
Where did you buy your chameleon?
PetSmart.
What things are a part of the chameleon's habitat?
So I have a little plant in there that's about 2 feet tall, a lot of greens, some soy, fake plants, some sticks from outside, and some plastic bendy sticks that you buy at pet stores to go around as habitat.
What do chameleons eat, and what do you feed your chameleon?
They'll really eat almost any kind of bug, sometimes even the leaves in the enclosure, but what I mostly feed them are crickets and superworms, but that's pretty much just the basics for mine.
How often do you feed your chameleon?
I try to every day, but typically as they get older, it's supposed to be every other day, so I'm kind of laying off on feeding him as much as he gets bigger.
How long does your specific type of chameleon live?
For a male, this guy's supposed to live for about 5 to 8 years under good, healthy circumstances.
What is your chameleon's pattern, and did the pattern show up right when you had him, or did it develop?
So, most of them all look the same when they're little. They're all very light green, and their colors don't really hit until they're about half a year old. And his is coming in as a light green with yellow blotches down his side. So it's kind of almost like big stripes going down his side of yellow and green.
How often do you notice a color change in your chameleon, and what colors do you see?
He changes colors pretty much every day. His resting color or his relaxing color, sleeping color, etc. is that green and yellow color from before. But when he's stressed or a little bit cold, you'll get some dark gray, maybe even some black. But usually when they're in their sun, they're a little bit of gray so they can soak up a little bit more heat.
And is it easy to take care of a chameleon?
Kind of. I mean, it's nice he just stays in his cage, but there's a lot of work to be done. I mean, he probably does 30 minutes to an hour every day of stuff, but overall, if you're a solid pet owner, he'll be okay.
What's your favorite thing about owning a chameleon, and what's your least favorite thing about owning a chameleon?
Favorite thing? I mean, it's kind of just cool. It's unique. Every time I feed him, it still is really cool. He kind of surprises me as he's getting older, and the colors are obviously awesome. The worst thing's taking care of the crickets and the amount he poops is not as fun as you might think. But
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but after learning about chameleons, I feel like I'm totally ready to own one. But we can't forget that although chameleons are pretty cool, they're not meant for everyone to own. And if you do decide to own one, remember to always buy them from a reliable seller, considering 36% of chameleons are facing extinction due to pet trade and deforestation. So, to learn more about how you can protect these cool creatures, visit EdenProjects.org and donate to plant a tree and save the chameleons.